Yo, I wish someone told me this sooner, but I'm thankful that I know now. It's important to sometimes just let go of being too realistic and being too like logical and start being a little more delusional. Let me explain what I mean. Let's take an ugly ass dude for a second. So let's take you. Let's say you're in a room and you see some baddie across the room. There's two scenarios. There's one scenario where you're honest with yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm ugly. There's probably very little chance that I pull. And then there's a scenario that you're completely delusional and you're like, yeah, I already seen her looking at me. Like, I'm pulling this regardless. And then you go and do it. Which scenario do you think pulls more times? 10 times out of 10, the scenario that you're delusional. Now you may say that, oh, in both scenarios, like you're probably gonna get rejected. And that's true. But over the course of time, the delusional version of you fucks 10 times more bitches. You get what I'm saying? But let's not even make this video about hoes because that's not what the point of it is. It helps you in every aspect of your life to just be more delusional. Like, really think about it. I'll give you another example. And I'm not saying to be hyper delusional where you're just lying in bed all day telling yourself you're going to be a millionaire without actually doing work. Of course, you still need to do work to back up what you tell yourself and what you say. So I'm not saying to be a complete retard, but being too honest and like actually considering defeat and all that stuff for too long isn't really going to help you at all. It's only going to hurt you. Living inside the mind of someone that's completely delusional and hypes themselves up all day and tells themselves that they're the man and they're going to win no matter what is 10 times better than someone that's too realistic all the time, analyzing all these scenarios and how everything could go wrong. Of course, you're gonna want to escape that and move on to something else. That's why you guys like rap so much, because you just put in your ear of someone talking about how good they are and how much they're winning and stuff like that, because you want your actual mind to be like that. So it's okay to be a little delusional and make it like that. I'll give you another example. For basketball, I used to see this all the time. There's two players. Think about like the shooter, the guy who's like a 3-point shooter, and then someone who's brick. Really think about it. The person who's brick will take 1 3, 2 3s, and if they miss, they're never shooting again for a game or two. And then there's the 3-point shooter. They could airball 5 3s in a row, and if you pass them the ball the 6th time, you best believe they're chucking that shit up. That's the delusion. But then the next game, one game a shooter will go 0 for 6, and the next game he'll go 6 for 6. And he's a shooter. People will respect his shot. But the person that can't shoot, they miss once or twice, they lose all confidence because they don't believe in themselves. They're not delusional enough. No matter how many times they practice, this was me. I literally could not shoot threes at all because I believed I couldn't shoot. No matter how much I would practice, no matter how much, like think of Westbrook or something, no matter how much they practice, they still can never shoot, even if they practice more than a 3-point shooter. Because the shooter has just delusional confidence. They believe they're making the next shot no matter what. Unwavering confidence. Every shot they take is a new shot. It's the same thing with everything. Just be delusional. There's so many examples I could think of. There's so many examples. There's countless. Like this one time, like being humble and quiet, I used to think it was a good thing, but it's not. It doesn't help you with anything. The more delusional you are, and obviously you're still doing work and stuff, but the more delusional you are, you only have more chance of succeeding. Because as soon as you start being realistic and your brain catches onto a negative thought, it just keeps with it and then spirals more negativity, and you can't win like that. You're gonna hesitate, and when you hesitate, you lose more than if you're just delusional and you just go for things. And then even if you mess up, it doesn't matter. You have another opportunities coming, and you're gonna win the next time. Eventually, you're gonna win with this mindset. But always doubting yourself, like it's just you're asking to fail. Let me think of another example. Another example I could give is I actually tried out for a professional soccer team because I was talking so much shit to one of the general managers and saying that I could make the team no matter what, that I was a professional goal scorer, this, and that. And I actually got to go to the field and try out for a professional soccer team in the CPL. And I hadn't played soccer in the last 10 years. And I still got the tryout. But some people that are like quiet and shy and stuff like that, they're better than me. They practice soccer 10 times better than me, 10 times more chance of having a good performance and maybe getting looked at more, but they're quiet and humble. They don't say anything, and they didn't even get the chance. I tried out. It didn't go well at all. I got kicked out of the tryout. I was terrible, but it didn't matter. It didn't phase me because I went in thinking I was gonna perform. I didn't. It is what it is. Move on. I'm gonna perform the next time in something else. Obviously, this is a stretch of an example because that was just complete delusion. I don't know what I was thinking. I never played soccer at all, but somehow I managed to convince them that I was nice with it, and I got the experience. I got to try out. Because of that, it allowed me. It gave me the opportunity to go put myself out there and try out. But people that are just like, oh yeah, I'm not that good, knowing they are good, they don't get to try out. That's a pretty bad. No, that's a good example actually. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Like being too reserved and too real all the time hasn't got you anywhere. So just let go of that and start. The more delusional you could be, the better. You gotta literally start tricking your mind. Anytime you come in with some doubts, get it out the way. I'm not saying don't be prepared and have a backup plan or whatever it is, like be prepared and stuff like that. But once you have your plan, just stick to it. You're gonna achieve it no matter what. You're gonna win no matter what. And anytime some doubts arise in your mind, shut them down immediately and start bringing back the delusion. And eventually, that's just how your dialogue is gonna be 24/7. If this video helped you, hold on, let me see if I thought of anything else. Nah, but yeah, that basketball example with the shooter thing, when I was thinking of this topic, it really resonated with me because it's like shooters are so delusional. Like this guy could be missing like crazy, but somehow every time I pass to him, he's chucking it up, thinking he's gonna make it. And people respect his shot. They guard him close from the 3-point line. But then the man you know that can't shoot, like you know he doesn't have confidence in his own ability to shoot the ball. So of course he's gonna miss. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to be delusional. If this video helped you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow.